Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! Send Lobo. All day, dog. Out. Patch it. Snap.
First carry for James Conner. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on second down. Hunt throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Bravo.
Back to throw. Hunt. That's complete to his running back, Conner. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Newton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. A big right seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Look at this spin.
Balance. Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, echo.
Off the play fake. Hunt. And he connects with Vance McDonald. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
60 Pittsburgh. Yes, yes. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Off play action. Hunt. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
61, matchbox lights. Hey! Banjo. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Hunt, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, come on, Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch. Check 24. Check.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Hunt got an open man. It's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
We won it. Come to Mike. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. All day.
Throwing again. Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check 31. Check 31.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill, kill, kill.
on second down now. It's Ross. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run it. This is Conner, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk. Play is what got him in position.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Ready? 180.
Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Now on 2nd and 16. Newton. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Watch the pass.
Great. Express.
Watch 98.
Hey.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch out.
20.
After the sack on first down, Newton flushed out right. He'll run it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. And
he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Newton, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Switzer on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
94.
Here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 4.
Blue draw Porter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Smooth. 5.
Off the play fake. Hunt. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
70. Indy. 5. Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Hunt finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Set. 30 base. Hey, zoom.
From the gun on third down. Hunt. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. A gain of 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
Ready. And Schuster. Punching spill. Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Hunt letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Gun. Go!
Back to throw, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Big hold to the 30. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's where you belong.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Newton now to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
10 logo.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
You remember me.
Yep.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check Mike,
To throw again. Hunt. He'll get this one to Switzer. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 26, check 26.
22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
Here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Newton looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Any weapon. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Get it.
The drive will start with Connor, and he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Back to throw. Hunt, slide, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
That one good for 37 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run here with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Come on,
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready.
On second down, Connor looking for space. There's some space here. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
X3, 218, chop it. 4 down, even. 5.
Connor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Show it up.
You're out. Bam.
SOS. Check 50. Shift. Watch the shift.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
He'll buy some time right. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off play action. Hunt. And he finds McDonald. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, no chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Again, it's Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's it. Ready, ready. 30 base.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hunt. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
Back to throw. Hunt. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8.
Again, it's Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. It's a party now.
They'll try the left side. It's Ross. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Ross. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That's it. Ready.
Drop deep, drop deep. 198.
Express.
98 to Mike. So we got man. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
You got it. You got it.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Ricky.
From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They start with a give to Connor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Looking to throw. Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hey, right 52. Bravo. 52. So don't get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Hunt. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Ready, set.
Mike back two, Mike back two. I hope you got your left because I'm about to take you to school.
5.
Here's counter. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.